What's up? What's up? What's up? Jerry Hash here, hashing it out. It's been a while since I've done a video, so bear with me here. But got some things to talk about, man. First and foremost, I'm such a blessed man. I'm a very very blessed man, and I'd like to throw that out there. With that said, I had one of the most difficult days of my life. See, today is Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Sunday was seriously one of the hardest things I've ever had to do um, in my whole entire life. Was I adopted my wife's son. Um, I've been in his life since he's been 2 months old, 3 months old at the tops. Now, her and I didn't start dating until he was 4 months old, but I was in her life. We were friends. And whenever I met her, he was 2 months old. We started interacting, and this young man, I don't know if he heard it from somebody or what's going on, but um, he he came to me and my wife 2 months ago and has been questioning whether he was adopted or not. So I know he's had to have heard this from somebody. Um, but finally, I've been talking to the wife about it, and I told her that I wanted to tell him the truth. I don't think that we need to lie to this young man, because what's going to happen here in my thought process is, he's going to know that he is adopted, and whenever he finds out later in life, 30 years old, he's going to be pissed off about it. He's going to be like, why did you guys lie to me? Who's my real dad? He's going to have so many questions to ask. And why would I lie to him about it? So finally, he asked me Sunday. We were riding down the road. Something happened. He looked at me and he said, Dad, just tell me the truth. Am I adopted? Whenever he asked me that, my heart broke in two, because I knew then it was the time to tell this young man that he was adopted. Now, if you all know me, whomever's watching this, you guys don't know me, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. I have a heart of gold, and it absolutely killed me. It crushed me. So I'm crying, I'm boo-hooing, can't talk, and pulled over at Walmart, and I just told him, I said, dude, you are adopted. Um, Whenever I met you at 2 months old, I came to the conclusion that I had to be your dad. I'm not going to bash his biological father. That's not for me to do for this young man. He's going to have his own conclusion of this guy one day. I'm sure he's going to come to me and be like, I'd like to meet him. Fine. If he passes a drug test and he feels like he wants to meet you, great. I'm down with that. But there's going to be stipulations. If this guy pees dirty, and I'm going to it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm a redneck as hell, and if he doesn't pass a drug test, he will not see him. And he gave up all rights to my son whenever I adopted him. We asked him for all rights to be given up. He gave those rights up. I would have never given up my rights to my son or my daughter, whomever. I have no kids but my son that I adopted. He is my little boy. I would have never, ever in a million years give up my rights to this young man. Anywho, Gage will figure that out, man. Gage will come to me and be like, hey, Dad, you know what, man? You were right. This guy is, he isn't my father. You're my dad, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to let him come to that own conclusion. Now, it hurts my feelings, guys. It does. I feel like I let my son down. Whenever I had to tell him he was adopted, it just tore me up because I felt like I was letting him down. I felt like he's probably over here thinking to himself, "Damn, man, you're not really my dad." He's 7 years old, and he's such an intelligent young man. And my stepdad raised me, and he's my dad. My biological father and myself, we don't have that kind of relationship. You know, have I talked to him? Of course I've talked to him, and I do know who he is. I told this guy, I'm not pissed off at you. I'm not mad that you weren't in my life. And the reason being that I'm not mad that you weren't in my life is because I had a father growing up. My dad raised me, man. It is what it is. I'm not Gage's father. I'm his dad. And it takes a special somebody to do what I'm doing. Um, Hardest thing I've ever had to do. I've buried two of my best friends. I've buried numerous family members, and those crushed my heart as well. But having to tell my little boy that I was not his biological father, that I adopted him, absolutely crushed my heart. It really did. It hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna cry, but it hurt me. And I hope that one day he can look at me and know that that I had to be his dad. I had to protect him, you know, and I will do everything in my possible heart to protect this little boy. Whether it's, I'm just whatever it takes. He's my little boy, and I love him to death. I just, it's hard for me. I'm sure it was hard for him. You're just told that your dad's not your dad. So, so yeah, man, I don't know. I hope that he told me this is how outstanding this young man is. 7 years old, guys, and this is what he told us. He was like, you know what? He said, it's okay, Daddy. He said, it does not change who my daddy is. 7 years old, and he tells me this. What kind of a young man says that? He is just such a... He is awesome. He is such a kick-ass young man, and I am so blessed to be his dad. So, Gage, if there's ever a moment in life that when you're older and if you watch this video and you hear what I'm saying to you, buddy, I love you so much, and I'm sorry that I'm not your biological father, but just know that I chose to be your dad, and I am so grateful I did, because you and your mommy saved my life. Not only are you my son, but you're my angel, and you really did save me. And I just want you to know that, because I was on a path of destruction in life. So thank you so much for that, son. It really, really means the world to me. And and guys, if there's any of you men out there that have to do what I did, prepare yourself, because I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't. Guys, I'm gonna jump up off here. As you can hear, my eggs are done boiling. But I love everybody, man. Deuces. Peace out.